really gotta ask, why is this the most hated anime out there? Why is it that I can't say a single time that I rock with this anime?
Hey, you shut your face!
Even with its massive return, Season 2, the Christmas Showdown, why does this anime get so much hate? And why do so many people say Tokyo Revengers is just not it, fam? It's not lit, it's not good. They bash it, they say the characters suck, they say the story ain't interesting. What is going on here, fam? Tokyo Revengers with its return got me like, damn, dog, why I gotta feel like I gotta be low-key with my enjoyment of it? I'm just saying, anybody else feel like that out there? If you do, please drop a like so we can support for the Tokyo Revengers, because I feel like this series is lit. I mean, I know the manga got problems later on down the road, but that's a different story in terms of, like, right now, it's fire. That first season, fire. What's happening here? Because in case you don't know, Tokyo Revengers is back with a new season of the anime, the Christmas Showdown arc. It's 1 episode deep as of the recording of this video, and it is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, unfortunately a Hulu exclusive. It's another one of those series that fell into the category, or you could argue fell victim to Disney's practices, because outside of the US you can only watch it on Disney Plus. In the US you can only watch it on Hulu, similar to, again, Bleach's 1000-Year Blood War. So it seems as though at the very least they understand the magnitude of Tokyo Revengers on the business and corporate side of things. It's like, if people gotta be like low-key about the Tokyo Revengers, even the business people, like, yo, it's mad big, but we gotta just be low-key because people don't like Tokyo Revengers. It's so weird. I throw the argument Tokyo Revengers is one of the most popular series ever to have this much hate, despite the fact that it is enormous. It reminds me of back in the days in a strange way of like when Fairy Tail was humongous, Hiro Mashima's big series that he had. Everybody was like hating on it. It did have its problems, I'm not even gonna deny that, absolutely, but nevertheless it was still massively popular. Fairy Tail was one of those cases, and considering Tokyo Revengers is a series that comes from that same magazine, I could probably see that maybe this is more so of a bigger thing than we could think of. Maybe the way that they write is catered to a particular demographic that just doesn't necessarily resonate as well with the Western audiences or something, because I ain't gonna lie, Tokyo Revengers, it has a lot of hate. For starters, one of the biggest things, again, even returning into this anime is, oh, Tokyo Revengers is back, where, yeah, Takamichi's a crybaby, we don't care. But then those same people are gonna be championing Deku or Katekyo Hitman Reborn Tsunayoshi Sabara, 2 crybaby characters as well. I mean, I'm just saying, dog, let's not dive into hypocrisy, you know what I mean? Because with Tokyo Revengers return, it's so freaking awesome. It takes place from where the last season left off, with the most biggest massive cliffhanger. If you don't even know what's going on in Tokyo Revengers, maybe you like, yo, dog, what's up with Tokyo Revengers? Brief synopsis, it's about biker gangs, and basically this dude is traveling back in time trying to stop a loved one of his from passing away, and he's teaming up with that person's brother, and it's a really dope concept of like, yo, he's traveling through time trying to stop a particular disaster from occurring, and he's not having the most greatest time doing it, but on top of that, the characters is interesting and stuff like that. And it's like, even with that cliffhanger at the very end, dog, of season 1 and coming into season 2, the main character, he jumps into a new timeline thinking, yo, I finally did it, I must have fixed it, you know what I'm saying? She's not gonna pass no more, only to end up being tied up and shot in his leg, and basically being damn near ready to be executed by the devil himself, Kisaki. Like, if that alone ain't hype to you, then I don't know, dog. What do you watch? You know what I'm saying? What are you into? Because not to mention, and don't get me wrong, by no means is sales any metric for quality, but I do like to say at the very least that there has to be some credence to people like it for some reason, because Tokyo Revengers is one of the biggest and highest selling series to ever come out of Weekly Shonen magazine.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
As it stands right now, I think it has like 70 million copies in circulation. And again, this is just a stat to say that a lot of people like it, but a lot of people hate it. Another thing that a lot of people say, and I will give some credence to this one, is in terms of for the anime adaptation, the art and animation aren't, you know, a slam dunk. They're not a home run, so to speak. It's very basic art and animation, not really bad, but the art and animation aesthetically is basically like average. And coming into this new season as well, at the very least with the first episode, I can concur as well that they probably realized, yo, dog, we made all this money with that average art, that average animation, and that crybaby Takamichi, and continue the same formula. Because with season 2 so far, the art and animation, I mean, there was one point where we see Hinata and her eyes look like they're way too huge for her head, and I'm like, geez Louise, what was we doing here? I was actually hoping that, okay, you know, that one complaint that can be done away with. You know, there's certain things that you can't do away with, the fact that they're biker gangs, but considering it takes place in Japan and it's trying to be somewhat grounded to reality of Japan don't got guns, a lot of people don't believe it because we've seen gang culture in the West, and you compare it to these biker kids and it's like, dog, if somebody like Mikey is coming to kick somebody over here in the West thinking like he's a big bad dude, he's gonna get, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna light him up, bro. He's gonna be light up because that's not going to happen. So another problem that they have is that it doesn't feel realistic to gang culture. You're looking at them like, dog, he's a pretty boy with long hair. Who is he hurting? What is he going to do? Is what some people may say, but I don't know. I just look at it like, yeah, this is a reality, maybe not for our culture, but in Japan, delinquency, bad kids that are doing things that they're not supposed to be doing is a problem. So it's not necessarily unrealistic. It's unrealistic to your idea of gang culture and bikers because you don't see it around you. But in Japan, it's resonating very well because this is something that is not to the extremes of what Tokyo Revengers showcases, but is a reality. Because in case you don't know, Tokyo Revengers, its manga author, the creator of Tokyo Revengers, was a part of a gang, a biker gang. He's actually showed a picture of him in his outfit, which looks oddly enough very similar to the Tokyo Majin gang's jackets and whatnot. Like, dog, you have a full-blown gangster, ex-gang member that is writing Tokyo Revengers. I think that adds more validity to it, right? But going back to the art and animation, I definitely feel like they should have stepped it up for season 2 and episode 1, which usually the premiere is where they try to bang out like, hey, we're gonna show you how we're coming this season, and the art and animation is kind of, again, average for the most part. Arguably sometimes it's a little bit wonky, very small points, but nevertheless it's like, alright, dog. So art and animation is going to remain for the most part par for the course of what we got with the last season. But I ain't gonna lie, despite all the hate, despite the fact that people be just shitting on Tokyo Revengers and saying that is not it, this is not a good series, the main characters are crybaby, we don't believe these gangsters, I'm sorry, you need more people, we don't believe you, despite the fact that the manga author himself was a gang member and writes from the perspective of that. I don't know. Like, I totally understand trying to resonate and find realism in a story, but Tokyo Revengers, I look at it to a certain degree, and hear me out for a second. Like Black Clover.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Where I look at it as it's an escapism because I'm not familiar with that culture in Japan. I'm not familiar with biker gangs and, you know, these bad kids. So to me, it's just kind of like, this doesn't really exist in my surroundings. So I'm going to look at it and see what it's all about. But by no means is it to glorify it. And in fact, I don't think Tokyo Revengers glorifies gang violence either. The whole point of the premise of this story is the fact that this is what gangs lead to. Mikey going corrupt. Eventually it goes from just, you know, this biker gang that is trying to cultivate a new world for outcasts and misfits and people that don't fit into society's structure into a whole bunch of illegal stuff that the Tokyo Maji gang eventually gets into. So I think that if anything, that's a very integral and important lesson, that this is what gang culture, biker gangs, whatever it may be, can lead to. Avoid it at all costs unless you want to go through the nightmare that this crybaby Takamichi is going through. Also, I feel so good being able to call him a crybaby, considering the fact that the final episode of last season was called Crybaby, and the opening for the entire first season was, I believe, called Crybaby. So yeah, Takamichi was a crybaby, is a crybaby, but it fits because at the end of the day, the whole story is about this crybaby that is trying to change everything and at the same time grow and get stronger. He may not be the greatest fighter in the world. He may not be able to kick like Mikey. He may not be able to throw punches like Draken. He may not be as gangster as the other ones, but you've seen his bravery. You've seen his heart when he's going up against a whole bunch of gang members and he knows they're about to stomp his living lights out. They stabbing people, all sorts of crazy stuff. He ain't back down. So I gotta give props to seeing the courage. Sometimes a blank slate like a Crybaby, like a Deku, like a Takamichi. It's the fact that you get to see the metamorphosis slowly but surely of, well, in the beginning, this dude was scared to even throw a punch or be around anybody throwing punches. By the time you get to season 2, he's in this life or death situation to the point where he was, I guess, somewhat coerced into ordering a hit. Honestly, I feel like Tokyo Revengers is way overhated, and with the new season, the Christmas Showdown arc beginning, I'm hype, and I wanted to be the voice for you out there that you like Tokyo Revengers. You know a lot of people that be crapping on it, dunking on it, saying it's not worth worth your time and you wanted somebody to come and tell you, yo, no, pretty good. I like it. I'm here for you. But I'm curious what you guys think. Extraordinarily curious. If you are of the mindset of you feel like Tokyo Revengers is doo-doo, you feel like you don't understand the hype, you don't get why I'm screaming that, yo, season 2 started off and it's so gas already. Let me know why. What is it about Tokyo Revengers that you don't like that doesn't resonate with you? Because I feel like we're so far past the point of the early rumblings of people having problems with it that it's like, is it still the same thing? Is it about him being a crybaby that they openly admit he's a crybaby? Is it about the gang culture that you don't believe? What is it about Tokyo Revengers that you just don't like? Is it about the fact that it's promoting gang violence in your opinion? Although again, I throw the counter that it's showing you the devastation of gang violence. Takamichi is being traumatized every time he jumps back through time because of gang violence, having the girl that he loves murdered. And if you're a Tokyo Revengers fan, what do you think about season 2 so far? Again, art and animation, it's pretty much similar to the first season, but the story itself is where it's at because it's like, yo, Kisaki, the devil himself, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait to see certain points from the manga get animated because Kisaki, that's one evil dude. Evil dude, but at the same time, well, I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, your thoughts on Tokyo Revengers Season 2 thus far. If you're hype about it, drop that like for it. But that's all I have for this one. I'm ForneverWorld. Have an awesome day. And subscribe and hit that bell to get more. Yeah. And stop hating on Tokyo Revengers, dog. Like, come on, Bram. What we doing here, dog? That's not the wave. Well, then again, considering it's popular to do, maybe it is. I don't know. Have an awesome one.
Lights be flashing and looking at me, such an odd unique, yet I'm so unique and you're looking at me. If the walls could talk, they would probably repeat, and I'd probably say, bitch, get the fuck off me.